أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. Ameer al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam said, "Good awareness is the best treasure and the most protective guard. In it is the salvation of every runaway, the goal of every seeker, and the victory of every conqueror." قال الإمام علي عليه السلام: إن التقوى أفضل كنز وأحرز حرز وأعز عز، فيه نجاة كل هارب ودرك كل طالب وظفر كل غالب. With transaction, we reach to a new topic: laws regarding advance payment contract, issue number 2122. If a person purchases a commodity by way of advance, that means he pays money first and later on he will have the commodity later on, of advance payment, he is not entitled till the expiry of the stipulated period of delivery. That means if I buy from Sheikh Ameer a car and he told me, Sheikh Ameer, that you will receive your car after 2 months, then I gave him the money. After 1 month I cannot come to Sheikh Ameer and ask him, okay, where is my car? Unless the 2 months of stipulated period expired, then I can ask him. Before that, I cannot ask him about the commodity. Is this understood? Yes. Good. Till the expiry of the stipulated period of delivery. To sell it to anyone except the seller, that means I do not have it yet. Can I sell it to anybody? I cannot sell it to anybody except to the seller himself. For example, I asked Sheikh Ameer, do you want to buy it within this period? I didn't have it yet. Still it is with Sheikh Ameer. I asked him, I want to sell my car. Do you want to buy it? If he said yes, okay, I will buy it to him. But if somebody else came and asked me to buy the car for him, I cannot. But there is no harm in selling it to any person after the expiry of the stipulated day. After the 2 months, the stipulated period, okay, I can what? I can sell it to somebody else, anybody, after the stipulated period, even if he may not have taken possession of it yet. Even I didn't have the car yet. The car is still with Sheikh Ameer. But because of the stipulated period has been finished, expired, in this case I'm free to sell it to anybody. But before the stipulated period expired, I cannot sell it to anybody except to Sheikh Ameer, the seller I mean. However, it is not permissible to sell cereals like wheat and barley. Cereals, you know, cereals, المثلي. That means wheat. يعني مثلي شنو؟ يعني اكو قمح موجود بالسوق، اكو سيارة بهالموديل وبهاللون موجود، مثلي هذا موجود من عنده، مثله بالسوق موجود. مو قيمي. القيمي لا، ما موجود بالسوق. القيمة نادر، مثلا شنو؟ جوهرة نادرة، جوهرة ما موجود منعتها، هذا القيمة مالته. لا، المثلي لا اكو موجود من عنده، بس اقدر اروح اجيب مثله واجي اعطيه اياه. واضح الفكرة؟ So, however, it is not permissible to sell cereals like wheat and barley and other commodities which are sold by weighing or measuring other than fruits unless they are in possession. وهذه إذا كان تباع بالوزن أو بالمساحة which are sold by weighing or measuring، غير الفواكه بالوزن أو المساحة، I cannot sell them if I do not have them. If I do not have them, if they are not in my possession, I cannot sell them. Again, however, it is not permissible to sell cereals like wheat and barley and other commodities which are sold by weighing or measuring other than fruits unless they are in possession, except that the buyer wishes to sell them at cost or lower price. If I want to sell these things, just like let's say wheat, barley, if I do not have them, and I want to sell them, yes, it is allowed to me to sell them with the same price or lesser. With the same price or lesser. If it is more than their price, it is not allowed to sell them. Why? Because I do not have them right now. First of all, have them under your possession and then sell it whatever you like. Higher price, lower price, same price, doesn't matter. Issue number 2123. In advance payment, purchase transaction, when the seller delivers, advance payment اللي يشتري يدفع أول مرة بالمقدمة وبعدين يستلمها. Okay. Purchase transaction بمعاملات البيع when the seller delivers at the stipulated time. When the seller pays at the stipulated time, delivers, for example, Sheikh Ameer delivers the car after 2 months in time. The commodity which he had sold, the buyer should accept it. I should what? I should accept it. I should take it from him. Also, if the seller gives something better in quality than the one agreed upon, and also if Sheikh Ameer, he gave me car better better than the car which I dealt with him, which I signed a contract about. Maybe I signed a contract with a car model 2023 and he gave me a car of 2024. It's better to accept it. And he said, take it. Instead of your car, take it. I said, okay, I'll take it. And if it is reckoned to belong to the same time, the buyer should accept it. And how about if it is of the same type, the same kind of the car, the same type? I should accept it. Issue number 2124. If the commodity which the seller delivers is of inferior quality to which was agreed upon, the buyer can reject it. Inferior quality, not the same, يعني بصفات أقل أدنى، جودة أقل، مثل ما تفضلت عشت إياكم، جودة أقل من المتعاملين عليها. If the commodity which the seller delivers is of inferior quality to that which was agreed upon, the buyer can reject it. The buyer can reject it. Issue number 2100. Yes, Sheikh? Yes, because I dealt with you about a car of 2024 with full options, and you brought me a car of 2024 but no options with inferior quality. I can reject it. I can reject it. Issue number 2125. If the seller delivers a commodity different from when he had sold to the buyer, if the seller delivers a commodity different from the one he had sold to the buyer, and the buyer agrees to accept it, there will be no objection to it. Sheikh Ameer, he gave me a car which is lesser than the car which we dealt. I paid my money. Then I said, okay, I will take it. Is there a problem? No. I accept. I accept it. Yes. It's working.
So in a case that the seller bought a car to the buyer, and after 2 months the car arrived, and the buyer noticed that the car with an inferior quality and refused it. But there is no condition that saved the buyer himself. That there is not something like to guarantee his rights. But by uttering the word, he refused it, but the seller didn't accept it. Here, does that mean that so the seller committed sin? But does that mean that the transaction is void even on the buyer himself?
Yep. That means this car, it is still under the possession of the seller, and the money should go back to whom? To the buyer.
Yes, and that's what the buyer wants, but he couldn't do it.
Definitely commit a sin.
So what about the buyer himself?
He should ask what? The Hakim Shar'i. Yes.
Because that's what happens nowadays.
Yeah.
With paying the cars and so on.
Yeah, he should ask the Hakim Shar'i. He should complain to the Hakim Shar'i.
So if I know someone had happened something like with him, I can't buy him his car because it doesn't belong to him.
Yeah, it does not belong to him. It does not belong to him.
Even though I am sure that he paid its full money and so on.
But you said he is not accepting about it. So he cannot take it. Even he cannot take it. If he took it, that means he is accepting. This act showing his acceptance.
But he, after days, he noticed that this car has something else.
Yeah, he should give it back to the seller. He should give it back to the seller. You are welcome.
So, Sheikh,
yes.
For this issue, if the buyer is forcing about this transaction and just feel if you don't take this car, his money is.
We'll take this later on.
Yes.
Yes, if you buy something by force, okay, when it will become accepted, when it will be rejected. البيع والشراء بالإجبار وبالإكراه راح ناخذها عن قريب يعني مو بعيد. Yes. Issue number 2126. If a commodity which was sold by advance payment becomes scarce at the time when it should be delivered and the seller cannot supply it, okay, the buyer may wait till the seller procures it. The buyer has a choice. either to wait Sheikh Ameer when he will get another one, okay, because the first one is course, or even cancel the transaction, or I have another choice, what? To cancel the transaction and take the refund and take my money back. But as a precaution, he cannot sell it back to the seller at a profit. As what? As a precaution, I cannot sell it to Sheikh Ameer. I cannot sell it to Sheikh Ameer at a profit. I have two choices. Either to wait and bring me another one, or I will resign the transaction. I will resign the transaction. That means I will take my refund. Issue number 2127. If a person sells a commodity promising to deliver it after some time, okay, and also agrees to take deferred payment, for it, the transaction is what? Is void. If a person sells commodity promising to deliver it after, sometimes after 1 month, for example, and also agrees to take deferred payment for it, and also the payment, I'm not going to take it now, after 1 month. يسمونها هذا in Arabic, we call it in Arabic بيع الكالح بالكالح. بيع الكالح بالكالح. شنو بيع الكالح بالكالح؟ يعني لا أني البايع مستلم فلوس ولا المشتري مستلم البضاعة. Yes, issue number 2127. If a person sells a commodity promising to deliver it after some time and also agrees to take deferred payment for it, the transaction is void. That's all for today. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم.